Story: The Journeys of the Heart. In a bustling city, there lived a young man named Sun. Sun was a special person, always able to make those around him smile and feel cheerful with just a smile or a joke. But few knew that deep inside, Sun was lonely and always felt that something was missing in his life. He didn't find joy in his work, and life seemed to be a series of long, exhausting days. One evening, while wandering the streets of a city, Sun accidentally ran into Lon, an old friend he hadn't seen in years. Lon was a gentle, intelligent, and optimistic girl. As soon as she saw Sun, she greeted him with a warm smile and asked, "Sun, it's been so long. How have you been?" Sun smiled lightly and replied, "Same as always, nothing's changed." Lon looked into Sun's eyes.
Please subscribe to my channel.
She understood something deep within him. She suggested, "Why don't you come with me on a trip? I've been wanting to get away somewhere far, to escape the stress of everyday life. I think you'll enjoy it. A change of scenery might do you good." At first, Sun hesitated, but after thinking it over, he decided to go. Maybe a trip would help him discover something new, or at least get him out of the rut he had been in for so long. Chapter 1: Discovering New Pieces. Sun and Lon chose a remote mountain region, a peaceful place far from the bustling city. They hiked up winding paths, crossed green hills, and stopped by cool, clear streams. Everything there was simple and quiet, and for the first time in many years, Sun felt like he could breathe easily again. One morning, when they stopped in a small village to rest, Lon shared with Sun the reason she had decided to leave her job in the city to travel. She told him that she felt she couldn't live a life focused solely on work and societal goals. She wanted to discover the true meaning of life, explore new places, and learn from people who were different from her. "Life is a long journey, Sun. Every trip, every encounter teaches us something new. I don't want to live in a rush and forget who I really am," Lon said with a bright, hopeful expression.
Please subscribe to my channel.
Her words made Sun reflect. He realized that, for all these years, he had been living for the expectations of others, working only to achieve societal goals, while forgetting about himself. Chapter 2: Old Friends. Throughout their journey, they met many people, each of whom imparted valuable lessons to Sun. One time, when they arrived at a remote village, they met an old man named Meow, who lived alone in a small house by the edge of the forest. He didn't have much, but he was a cheerful man who knew how to bring joy to others. Old Bao shared with them that, despite the many hardships he had faced in life, he always found happiness in the little things. He taught Sun and Lon that happiness wasn't found in possessions, but in the moments we experience, the people we meet, and the feelings we share. Sun suddenly realized that, over the years, he had been chasing after material achievements without understanding that true happiness lay in living fully with oneself and the people around him. Chapter 3: Discovering Love. One day, while walking along a stream, Lon and Sun sat down under an old tree to rest. Sun began to feel a shift in his heart.
Please subscribe to my channel.
He found himself growing fond of Lon, not just because of her optimism and kindness, but because of the peace she brought to him. They had spent so many days together, sharing stories, thoughts, and secrets that Sun had never dared to speak out loud before. And then one evening, as the sun was setting and painting the sky in shades of gold, Sun realized that love wasn't something he had been ignoring all these years. It wasn't just love for someone else. It was love for life itself, love for the people we cherish, and love for oneself. He looked at Lon, his eyes lighting up, and said, "Thank you, Lon. You've helped me find myself again." Lon smiled, took Sun's hand, and said, "Sometimes we need to leave the familiar behind to find where our hearts truly belong." Chapter 4. Returning and Starting Again. After their long journey, Sun and Lon returned to the city, but this time, Sun didn't feel tired or empty as before. He had found a new direction in his life. He decided to change jobs, to pursue something he truly loved, and to live in a way that felt right to him. The lessons he had learned during the trip changed his life. Sun no longer chased after material success or instant gratification.
Please subscribe to my
that
channel.
Happiness was a journey, and every step on that path brought its own value. With Lon, they were no longer just friends. They were people who had helped each other grow, learn how to love and appreciate life. Their story was not just about friendship or love, but about the search for oneself and personal growth through their travels. And from that point on, Sun realized that life is a journey, and each of us is a companion to one another on that path.